So in talking with a bunch of friends before this party, just talking about my history and being diagnosed, so many of you told me, okay, you got to tell your story at the party. So here I am. 10 years ago tomorrow was the worst day of my life. Leading up to that day, I had a swollen lymph node in my neck, and we weren't quite sure what was going on. I was really tired. And when I found the lymph node, it was mid-February, and I was at the mall with a girlfriend, and I was trying on a necklace in Banana Republic, and I found the lymph node, and I said, watch it be cancer. And she said, oh, Rebecca, you're crazy. It won't be cancer. And I'm like, I don't know. My mom had cancer a couple years ago, and, I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. But I told myself that if it was still there on my birthday, which was March 8th, that I would go to the doctor. Or I would tell my parents about it, and I would go to the doctor. So on March 8th, I woke up that morning, and I said to my mom, I've got this lymph node. And she's like, well, maybe you should go get checked out. So I went to the doctor, and that doctor was like, well, you probably just have a virus, or, let's do some blood work. It's probably nothing at all, of course. So she did blood work, and she discovered that my white blood cell count was extremely high. And she said, I think you might have mono. And I had had mono a couple months prior, and so we just kind of tossed it off at that. And she said, if it's still there in 6 or 8 weeks, come back. So 6 or 8 weeks later, I came back, and she said, well, it's doubled in size, and I don't like the way it looks, so, let's get a surgeon's second opinion. So went and got a surgeon's second opinion. He said, I'm 98% sure it's nothing. Let's take it out, though, So they took it out on May 26th, and on June 1st, I got a call from my doctor telling me that I had really far-staged lymphoma, and that if I did not receive treatment at that time, that I was looking at 6 months of life. And at that point, I called my mom. She was at work, and told her, this doctor has no idea what he's talking about. This is what he told me. And she said, I'll be right there. So my parents came home. My older sister at the time was in nursing school and was studying hematology and oncology, and was kind of learning about lymphoma and leukemias. And I remember her telling me later on that she knew that day that that's what I had. She knew I had lymphoma. And we got the diagnosis on June 1st, and at that point I started seeking out doctors through MCV, and was luckily, because of my sister's employment there, got a specialist in lymphoma. And from that point on, I received 8 very, very aggressive chemotherapy treatments, which I had to be sedated for because I couldn't get to the clinic without throwing up. Through those days, though, I had support of so many people that are here tonight and others. And I invited each of you here because in the last 10 years, each of you has had a monumental part in my life. Whether you've been a close friend that went to chemo with me, my sister who wrote me cards, laid them on my pillow, or somebody who has heard my story since then and told me that I was an inspiration to them when I thought that I really, I just had cancer. How am I an inspiration? Through my surgery last year, I've had, so many of you, even clients, supported me, through that. And I wanted to celebrate all of you. So that's the whole reason I wanted to have this party, was to celebrate each of you's support, but also to celebrate other cancer survivors. Nowadays, you don't really hear of anybody, like you meet people and you may be talking to them and they've been affected by cancer, whether it was a family member, a friend, or somebody that they know. And I feel like cancer is such a big part of our lives, and it's so depressing, but I really just wanted to celebrate everybody tonight. I wanted to celebrate life in general, because the biggest thing that having cancer taught me was to live life and to live it to its fullest. God tells us that, in the end of time, unless you have a relationship with me, you don't have life. And I just feel like I was taught so many things through having cancer, and I just wanted to share it all with you guys and share just life in general. So each of you, I think most of people have a balloon, and through this next song that Graham's going to play, it's called Best Days. It talks about these are the best days of our lives. And like what I just want everybody to know is live today as though it's your last. You know, if you have hurt feelings towards anybody or pain in your life, like nobody's promised tomorrow. And that's the one thing that I learned on June 1st, 2004, that I'm not promised tomorrow. And I just want everybody to celebrate life tonight. And during this song, you know, when you feel led, just let the balloon go and let any worries you may have go. Let the balloon honor somebody you know that's had cancer. Maybe they're with us, maybe they're not. I didn't want it to be about me, so just let it go in honor of somebody or in honor of something that you're letting go in your life. So enjoy this next song. It's a song that means a lot to Luke and I, and it's pretty awesome. So.
I'm going to go first. Everything I've ever done, I give it all to everyone for one more day. Another night I'm waking through another door I walk into, I can't break. It's a winding road, and it's a long way home. So don't wait for someone to tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Here comes the rest of our lives. I count the steps, the distance to the time when it was me and you were so far gone. Another face, another friend, another place, another end, but I'll hang on. It's a long way home, so don't wait for someone to tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Yeah, let's make the best of tonight. Here comes the rest of our lives. Rest of our lives. And it's a winding road, and it's a long way home. Don't wait for someone to tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of it. Don't wait, 'cause no one can tell you it's too late, 'cause these are the best days. There's always something tomorrow, so I say let's make the best of tonight. Yeah, let's make the best of tonight. We'll make the best of tonight. And here here comes the rest of our lives.